My thoughts on this Jamaicans going off on Black Americans about the hurricane that they just went through in Jamaica. Okay, these are my thoughts. I think, okay, first of all, the one lady, the main lady that everyone was talking about is not Black American. That's number one. Okay, the main lady is not Black American. She's from Bermuda. Okay, I think when people speak out of turn, you know what I'm saying, instead of doing full research, I think when people speak out of turn, um, it goes back to that lady. I think they're both doing the same thing. Like the lady from Bermuda, when she was talking all the trash about Jamaica and the hotels and stuff like that, and what the hotel was feeding and blah blah blah. I think she spoke out of turn, right? And then the people who responded blaming Black America, well, calling her Black American when she isn't, they spoke out of turn. Okay. I think I think some the Jamaican Americans who are on TikTok saying this stuff. I think the Jamaicans um, over in Jamaica um, who are saying this stuff, and I think some Black Americans are speaking completely out of turn, completely out of pocket, because it's more of a reaction than actually thinking about what's going on. Okay, so first of all, one person or 10 people, okay, don't represent the full population of anybody. Okay, and I'm saying this like this because Black Americans and Jamaicans have always assisted one another. Okay, we've always done that, and it seems like all of this to me is breaking down that is just consistently breaking down the fellowship that we had together. Okay, so I'm gonna read something. Black American individuals, community groups, and businesses consistently assist Jamaica whenever there's a crisis, often working together through formal and informal channels to provide aid. This support is part of a strong, ongoing connection and sense of shared community. It's always been like that. It's always been like that. It's not. Right now. It's like younger people especially, they speaking way out of pocket. They way out of pocket. Um, it's one thing to be perturbed or upset about what one person said, and the person wasn't even Black American. It's another thing to be like, Black Americans leave, don't come back. We don't want you here. We can't stand y'all. Y'all ratchet anyway. Y'all la la la. I was one of the ones praying for Jamaica. I was one of the ones ready and still ready to send aid. You know what I'm saying? And so, but anyway, let me continue. Forms of assistance have been the large Jamaican American and broader Black American communities in the United States mobilized quickly after a crisis. We've always worked together. So what? So to speak out of pocket and say stuff is crazy. It's crazy and it's destructive. We always work together quickly after a crisis, such as a major hurricane. Community groups in cities across the U.S., Florida, Connecticut, Philadelphia, always organize donation drives for essential items like food, water, hygiene kits, building supplies. Shoot, when I go to church Sunday, right? I'm sure they're gonna have a drive. Okay, we're gonna send this off. We're gonna send this off multiple churches, multiple Black churches. We're gonna have a drive for Jamaica. Pretty sure. Pretty sure. Fundraising efforts. Significant funds are raised through dedicated campaigns. For example, the restaurant chains, and so on and so forth. Okay, boom. That's how more funds are gathered during crisis in Jamaica. Partnerships with aid organizations. Black American organizations and individuals often partner with established, reputable nonprofits like the American Friends of Jamaica, Food for the Poor, and Global Empowerment Mission to ensure efficient distribution of aid on the ground. Black American news outlets and media platforms historically will publish information on how to help and highlight challenges faced by Black and Caribbean nations during crises. So I think just people talking all out of pocket is not helping us. Just talking all out of pocket is really destroying a bunch of stuff. Just talking all out of pocket. And a lot of the people I see talking out of pocket are way, way younger. and they don't even know. It seems like they don't even know the history of what's going on. If someone Black American does something in Jamaica that you don't like, you don't spray the whole community of Black America. You just don't. Getting online everywhere, and then on top of that, the person wasn't even freak, and it's still it's weird because they didn't go back and correct what they said and say, my bad, that was not a Black American. Y'all take that heat off. That woman was not Black American. They just let it fly, and they, well, it has happened, so we're gonna leave it on Black America, and no one is addressing the actual lady. So now we have some people basically letting someone from another place represent Black America, which is not Black American. Okay. And then there was some other people there. So I'm just like, I think it's out of pocket. I think it's irresponsible. I really do. I think it's really irresponsible. I mean, at least, I mean, I'm going to still send whatever I can, however I can help. If I could even, I mean, if I was in the position to be able to fly down there and help do whatever, that's what I would do. But I will send whoever's going down there. I will help fund that, and I will help send stuff. Um, because we also have stuff going over here in the United States of America, but Jamaica has been devastated. So I won't let that affect me. I won't let what they're saying affect me. By choice, by choice, I choose to ignore the stupid talk because it's real stupid. Um, I grew up under a saying, loose lips sink ships. Okay, so when you talk too much and you say stupid rah rah stuff, it's gonna sink your ship. Cause that bridge you burning, you gonna need that bridge. See, and it goes both ways. And so, yeah. And also, I heard one other thing. This one lady, she was like, "Stop being entitled when you come over here to Jamaica." That can also be said for people who come over to America. You know what I'm saying? Every country has this, but it's always directed toward Americans. But even when people come over here to America, um, they feel entitled. So the all the entitlement talk, put that down because it goes both ways. You're not entitled to whatever over here. Just like you feel like Black Americans or Americans, especially I'm gonna say especially Americans, aren't entitled to things over there. It goes both ways. I just think you need to put that down, lay all that aside, um, and just focus on the people who need help, the elderly and the children especially. But getting online rah rah, mm-mm, because the same can go back. Okay.